Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
You have my support.
Greetings. I expect you must be weary from your travels, but you'll find this hot spring well worth the trip. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano's natural heat. Take a dip, and your fatigue shall melt away in moments. Always a pleasure.
I know not what to make of this.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Right, we've had our soak, so let's get underway, before the rejuvenating effects of the spring wear off.
Of course.
Time for a few sips. Well now, if it ain't the current arisen. Faring all right? Have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment, so long as I've a drink in hand. Consarn it. This bottle's empty. Apologies, cuz, but I can't talk with a parched throat.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I must earn people's faith.
Time for a few sips. Oh, bollocks. I'm all out. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can consarn it.
Fancy a look at my wares?
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have... to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
You know, Soldier, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head, at least. Much obliged.
A ballista is a ranged weapon.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt.
We have arrived.
crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it.
I would have preferred not to have it quite so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit. Let's all that window closed.
Let my magic roll from the inventor room. The Arisen's magic has been sealed.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I will protect you.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
I am attentive and loyal, and
Pray, you may call me Ernesto. I have been charged with overseeing the patrols here on Volcanic Island. I'm afraid I cannot allow you to simply wander about as you please. Might I inquire as to what brings you here? You came all the way out here to deliver this to me? 'Twas most generous of you, sir. Now, pray, grant me a moment to pen a missive of my own. Here you are. Would you be so kind as to deliver this to a man by the name of Barbas? You will find him in the Agamemnon ruins, not far from here. Do this, and the author of that letter shall be afforded refugee status. I trust you understand the importance of this task.
We ought not keep the recipient waiting. Shall we deliver the letter to Sir Barbas in the Agamemnon ruins, Master? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
Mother, you'll like it.
It takes us.
If there is aught I can do to be of aid to your journey, do not hesitate to ask.
Do try not to incite the girl's curiosity any further, for her own sake.
'Tis a ballista, Arisen.
Ha ha!
Monsters and bandit.
I must earn people's faith.
You know, so I'd not recommend camping. You'll await neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Always a pleasure.
Fancy a gander? I find good. I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. Much obliged.
No purchases to be.
I've wept. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. Always a pleasure.
Where's my comb? My fur's in a right state.
Complaining? I'll have an early supper.
Life's been pretty kind.
Job, this.
My shift's over. No sign of my replacement.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
Can't say I have any tidings to.
My skills.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
If there is aught I can do to be of
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Stomach's
Princess Sarah has gone to the mountain base cave alone. It sounds... a perilous place. We ought hasten to her side. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Best quality a soldier can have.
Come to think of it, we're all of different... Now we should be able to transport ourselves here at any time, so long as we've a ferry stone with us.
Tis you. I won't claim to be well informed about the situation there, but I dare say 'tis not without its troubles.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
You have my support.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Each to their own.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
I suppose I could spare a moment to talk. Would you be so kind as to hear my request? You have my gratitude.
I'll go and open the chest. We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
But not at the expense of my duty.
Well met.
Whatever's to be done.
I hope I acquitted myself well today.
You have my gratitude. Take this with my sincerest thanks.
I'm not sure what to do.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Let's see. What can we do without?
How might I be of service? Given the state of things, I may have to close the inn. Along. I fear for the future of this nation.
Do come again. You seem in fine spirits.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Look as long as you please. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
What do you want?
If only fabric looking for
Oh, you, Master. I'd not leave this unread.
Let's have a look then.
This is...
No idle chatter during mission.
Short rest, then I'll
Hush now. This is the best part.
I'm not interested.
You'll have to do well to beat today's gossip.
I long for the times when I was always on my feet. The state of things makes my lot rather difficult. I long for the time.
To each their own. The world's better for it.
Off to market I go.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I'd say.
Time to go home and write down
You there! What are you doing? Escort this guest of ours inside.
Welcome, welcome. In the market for Newt liquor, are you? You've a taste for it, then I take it. Do be sure not to imbibe too much.
All I need right here.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. We shall await you here, Master.
What do you want? You've got the Empress. This some kind of jape? Suppose the fact you're telling this to me means you're in the know. You one of us? Right then. I'll pass these tidings along to our interested party. Where should I tell them to find you? The empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path, is it? Fair enough. Fear not. I'll arrange for the interested party to meet you in the empty house, south of the Pilgrim's Path.
On all sides.
Tis good to be reunited.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Oh, treated.
Call it a day, methinks.
This job better be worth it.
Welcome.
Too bloody early.
What's become of my fur?
So dull when there's nothing
Interested
doing.
in my wares?
I can't take it anymore.
Come to think of it,
Tis difficult to forget all that occurred at the coronation. I hope never to experience.
The world's changing. Not sure how much.
getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. You're not.
I feel refreshed.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've. I enjoy tackling fierce foes, and I know where we can find useful material.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
Sir Arisen, I take it you have given the coral snakes the information we discussed. Then the villain behind Her Majesty's assassination will doubtless be compelled to act with all due haste. And so must we. Let us begin our preparations presently.
Would you mind coming over here? Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wishes.
We're here, Master.
Might I implore you to play the part of a bandit, Sir Arisen? As one of Her Majesty's champions, my face is like as not to be known to our villain. I have also employed the aid of a woman resembling Her Majesty in stature and build. She will fulfill the role of Empress during the exchange.
No, Manella. We must go ourselves.
Your Majesty, I don't think...
Should the ruse be discovered too soon, the renegade may flee and escape justice. We must confront them, so that our land and its people may ne'er endure such uncertainty again.
Understood. Then I shall guard your majesty with my life. We must needs be ready for whate'er comes, Sir Arisen. Pray, tell me when you are prepared.
So, a bit of trickery is in order. Rest assured, Master, that we pawns shall be watching over you all the while.
I suppose 'tis so.
I suspect the villain will approach under cover of night. Are you prepared? Very well. Pray, return. I suspect the villain will approach under cover of night. Very well. Pray. I suspect the villain will approach. I am glad to hear it, and not a moment too soon. We have received word that someone approaches our location. Find a way to loosen the villain's tongue. I shall remain hidden till the opportune moment presents itself. May all go as planned.
I am come. Would you kindly open the door? Let us not waste time. I am here to confirm the identity of your captive and naught else. Where might she be?
Would that such tranquility?
Indeed. 'Tis the Empress and none other. Fortunately for you. Had it been anyone else, your head would now be free of its shoulders. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure that she yet lives. I trust you are prepared to rectify this mistake. Go on. Kill her.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
That is far enough. You must forgive me. I suspected foul dealings from the moment I heard the Empress was being held here. However, with this display you have earned my trust. In truth, she cannot die here. We must have her meet her, and in a place more fitting. Tell me, do you know what it takes to inspire action in this world? Tragedy. Yes, tragedy. The emotion that floods forth in the wake of such events can change the world entire.
Consider what a tragedy of singular measure, such as that of a great leader martyred for her ideals, could achieve. Why? The flames of revolution would burn eternal.
A worthy funeral pyre for an empress. Wouldn't you agree? And so Her Majesty's tragedy must be made a spectacle of, that all Batal might bear witness and shed tears of blood.
So this was your aim. It all becomes clear.
On your knees. We have you surrounded. Sir Armhild! So it was you!
Minella, this little ruse was your doing, I suppose. And as for your Majesty, I must say I am disappointed. You would go so far to save your own neck, rather than do what is best for the future of this country.
We understand what you desired to achieve. Yet we also believe that no ideal can truly be born from bloodshed. Perhaps you will ponder this in your solitude. By our authority as Empress, we hereby place you under arrest.
Sir Armhild's was a vile plot. I only hope she's the last villain seeking to advance her aims through murder.
We pity Armhild, but her ideals are not our own. We do not believe that Batal would be best served by a martyred Empress.
I shall escort Sir Ermhild to her cell. I cannot thank you enough for your aid in this matter, Sir Arisen.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Let me think on this
I sustain your steel. I shan't allow any further harm.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen. Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
Ruined your day by getting cut open.
Time for a few sips. Well now, if it ain't the current Arisen. Faring all right. Have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Aye. Haven't the foggiest. Well, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to... Aye. That's the stuff. Thanks for this, cuz. Yeah, too kind. Warms you right up, it does. You're welcome to bring me more of this whenever you like. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled egg, specially prepared right here in the hot spring. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment. Consarn it. This bottle's empty. Well, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Brilliant. That's kind of ye. I was just craving some more of this. But what are you hoping for, cuz? Some sort of boon? Suppose I could oblige a fellow Arisen. What? Hadn't you noticed? That's a bit embarrassing, eh? I'm a former Arisen. Mind, one who couldn't fell his dragon. And if there's aught more shameful than that, I've yet to hear of it. In my case, it all came down to a lack of skill. Mayhap I could fell such a beast now, but my dragon's long gone. Brings a tear to your eye. don't it? But don't cry for me, cuz. Just know that you've got my full support. I'll be glad to see ye succeed where I once failed. Only, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Bring your dragon low, and taste glory eternal. I've just remembered. I've got something for ye, cuz. Here ye are. Reckon ye'll make good use of it. Care to join me for a glug or three, cuz? Damn near brings a tear. This is for ye, cuz.
I am shamed to admit that I know more.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
Waiting on upper floor.
Or to polish up my gear for the morrow.
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can get... Have you a roof over your head, at least? Always a pleasure.
Well chosen, Rick. Paladin. I'm certain you'll master that vocation as no other could.
We shall meet our foes with renewed vigor.
You know, Sol, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged. You know, Sol, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged.
Aho!
You know, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Always a pleasure. Watching me. I
Or to
swear
polish up my gear for tomorrow.
Well met.
You know, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust? Says Sarah has gone to the mountain base cave alone. It sounds a perilous place. We ought hasten to her side. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call up.
Follow me, if you would.